Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl. We got some new breaking news that has just come out, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so first things first, it is August 24th today. We've got 4 days until the end of the giveaway for The Flash Season 9 on DVD and Blu-ray. To enter the competition, if you want to win one, all you have to do is go over to my merch store, have a look at the merch and see what you like, and if you get a piece of merchandise, you'll be automatically entered into the competition and you'll be sent a free copy of The Flash Season 9, aka the final season. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So, as you guys know, recently there was this documentary that was released on HBO Max. It was a DC documentary kind of about the recent history, but also the comic book history going further back. And many stars were in that. I made a video on it a while ago. I don't know if you guys checked it out, but various actors were in it. For instance, The Rock was in it. We also know that Melissa was in it and Chris Wood was in it, and I don't know how big of a part they played, but you know, that was still pretty significant because that was a documentary. And obviously we've had kind of featurettes, they normally call them, with the Arrowverse shows specifically, or like a DCEU film, and in the DVD and Blu-ray they would basically have these extras, and you know, on the extras you can watch the interviews with the actors. But we are actually getting word from Sterling Gates, who is very linked to the Supergirl character. Obviously, some of you guys will know him. He is the writer, or one of the writers, of Supergirl on TV. Also, he wrote The Flash as well. Obviously, not every single episode, but he contributed. And so he was part of the writer's room, and he is actually coming out and saying that there is a new upcoming DC Supergirl documentary titled Supergirl, the Last Daughter of Krypton. Now, this is the first I'm hearing of this, so pretty much, if you haven't seen that tweet, this is probably the first time you're hearing of it. Well, he is reputable and he is a ex-Supergirl writer, so he's heavily involved in that world, and so because of his online presence, it makes sense that he would be interviewed as part of this documentary. So I do believe that this is actually a real thing, and I like the title Supergirl, the Last Daughter of Krypton. Obviously that just makes a lot of sense because, you know, there is a comic book called that, and it just kind of bodes well for like a title. And so apparently, according to Sterling Gates, he is actually taking part in this Supergirl documentary, so I'm guessing he sat down on August 23rd, yesterday, when he released the tweet, to do this interview for Supergirl. He also confirms that it's a really nice overview, well, the documentary is, of Kara's history leading up to the Flash movie. Obviously, the Flash movie is out, it's out on DVD and Blu-ray as well. And so I guess this is kind of linking into that, but also thinking more about the future, because if they release this on HBO Max and people are interested in Supergirl, because obviously past seasons of Supergirl are on there too, and we have the announced Supergirl film, which is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, not Supergirl the Last Daughter of Krypton. Obviously they're kind of similar titles, but yeah, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is a comic book that came out a couple of years ago. That's going to be getting a film adaptation, and that's part of James Gunn's big plans for the DCU, and Supergirl is going to be playing a part in that. Should see that film sometime around like 2025 to 2026 or 7, I guess. I know that seems like a long time from now, but yeah, that is actually coming, and we don't know if it's going to be Sasha Calle or Melissa Benoist or a new Supergirl. Like, we really don't know right now. They haven't really gone into that, but obviously this is coming in the midst of that, like kind of leading up to that film. So I would say it makes a lot of sense that they want to stock up on Supergirl content for their own streaming service or wherever they plan to release this documentary. And so I presume, with Sterling Gates being involved, you know, talking about Supergirl as a writer who worked on Supergirl in the past and is very linked to the character, I would presume other people that are heavily linked to Supergirl are going to be taking part in this. I would presume Tom King, the comic book writer, is going to be involved because he wrote that most recent story, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And so, as well as him and Sterling Gates, you would presume the first two people they would ask to be in the Supergirl documentary would be Melissa Benoist and Sasha Calle, because they both most recently played Supergirl. Obviously leading up to the Flash film this is all about, but also about the future of Supergirl, so it just makes total sense that they would be involved. So I'm really hoping to see Melissa getting interviewed in this documentary, and hopefully she is one of the biggest characters or the biggest kind of subjects of the documentary, because obviously she's got a lot to tell because she lived with this character for so many years. And obviously the future of Supergirl lies with Sasha Calle, who was a great Supergirl in the Flash film, and so I really hope to see her in the next Supergirl film in the future. And I would be shocked if one of those two were excluded. Like, it would be insane if you're trying to do a Supergirl documentary that's contemporary. And I would also think, you know, some of the other cast members from Supergirl could be asked, some of the other writers, definitely some of the ex-showrunners of Supergirl will be involved in this project. And I don't know who is orchestrating it, whether it's James Gunn and his crew or not. Like, maybe it's just about just stocking up on content, heading towards the future, just having more DC content, and that's the reason why they've got, you know, this documentary going. I would presume they probably got some other documentaries to do with other characters going on, like maybe a Flash documentary and some other characters out there. So I'm really looking forward to this upcoming Supergirl documentary. We don't know as to when this will be released or where it will be released. As I said, it could be, and I think the most likely possibility is it's going to be on Warner Brothers streaming service, HBO Max, aka Max now, and I think it's very unlikely that this will be released in the cinema. Also, I think it's unlikely that this will be like a TV episode, like a documentary series is what I'm talking about, of like different DC characters, unless it could be and it's like just one episode within like 5 episodes which are like all documentaries to do with different main DC characters. I guess that's a possibility, but right now we don't really know much about it beyond Sterling Gates coming out and saying that he has taken part in this Supergirl Last Order of Krypton documentary. So I'm looking forward to this. Let me know down in the comments below, are you excited to see this Supergirl documentary, and do you want to see Melissa Benoist and Sasha Calle being involved and being on screen talking about the characters? Okay, so one more thing that I want to talk about, and that is Melissa Benoist. Obviously she is Supergirl, and we know that she's been talking about it recently, and that was because she launched a Cameo, which is like a website where you can go and pay and request, you know, videos that are personalized to you if you ask a question. And also there is like text messages that she has been doing, and she's actually halted that for now. So I guess it could be to do with the publicity that got, because loads of the videos were being leaked online. And, you know, for instance, the one that I covered in the past on the channel, that was actually on her Cameo page, and she talked about like coming back as Supergirl, and that made the round. So I'm just really wondering, you know, was that a factor in like her stopping this, or is she just literally taking a break? But also she's made like other Cameo videos talking about Glee, talking about all the different projects that she's done. And yeah, for now Melissa is taking a break for that. I know a lot of you guys wanted to actually ask her something. Apparently doing, you know, the messages is best because she can basically give you like a proper good answer. Obviously we can have our theories about why it was taken down, but at the end of the day it was pretty cool while it lasted. And so for now she's on a break, I guess. I'm not sure if the messages have stopped, but at least the videos have stopped. So yeah, it's pretty soon, but it was really cool to see her actually going out and actually talking about like Supergirl and some of the other stuff. Obviously it could be to do with, you know, some of the questions that were asked. If, you know, you're kind of forced to answer like a kind of weird question, like I can imagine why you would maybe take a break. Also, this is just like a thing in between the strikes. Obviously she's going to be working on projects as she goes forward into the future. But yeah, that's just like a mini update for you guys who are Supergirl fans and Melissa fans. I know a lot of you were definitely interested in seeing more cameos and seeing what she had to say. But yeah, for now, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I want to remind you, we've got the giveaway going on. We got the final 4 days. That is your last chance to be entered to win the Flash Season 9, aka the final season on DVD or Blu-ray. and I'll be sending it to one of you lucky winners out there. Obviously you need to get a piece of merch. It doesn't matter what merch you get, but the more items you get, the more you're going to be put into the random generator, so your name will be there multiple times and you probably will be more likely to win than the others. So thank you to everyone that has supported the channel by getting merch, and also for those of you guys who just regularly tune in and watch the videos. If you have any video ideas that you want me to talk about in the near future, please be sure to let me know either in the comments below or go to my community tab, because I've just put a Q&A tab up on there where you can go to the comments, reply, and tell me any theories, ideas, or topics you want me to talk about in a upcoming Q&A video. Obviously right now we're on a little bit of a drought in terms of news, content, and everything like that, so I would very much so appreciate your suggestions. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.